TikTok made me do it again. I was scrolling through TikTok and I see some fun new makeup products that I've never tried. So today we're gonna be doing a full face of makeup from TikTok Shop. But I didn't just pick makeup based on seeing creators try on makeup, but instead I went through TikTok Shop and each individual product I checked to see which makeup was sold the most. And one of these products has been sold 1.7 million times, so stick around to see which one that was. Hey ladies, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Justine and I just talk everything makeup, beauty, and fashion, and today we're doing a full face of TikTok Shop makeup. Starting with this hydrating, pore minimizing primer called a Power Primer, and it's definitely giving the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, but this little guy cost me $2. So let's try her out. It's literally almost the same as the e.l.f. Let's turn my hair back. I thought we could stick with the cheetah theme today. Go with the cheetah headband. Okay. So right away, it's not nearly as grippy as the e.l.f. It's more hydrating almost. But it's described as a lightweight gel, so that kind of does describe how I'm feeling just a little bit. But the name, the Power Primer, was giving a grippy feeling. So I just want to see if it's minimizing my pores, and so far, I feel like my worst pore areas are in the middle of my face, and I feel like it did a pretty good job of correcting that. So for $2, shipping was not that long, and this item has been sold 26,000 times with 1,500 ratings. I'm gonna agree that this is a 5-star product. So now let's go in with some foundation. I did order from Tarte a lot just because on TikTok Shop, a lot of the Tarte items came with some free brushes, so why not? Now the foundation I got was the Tarte Face Tape Foundation, matte, waterproof, and gentle. And it did come with a free brush, but it was also sold 87,000 times. Now Tarte really did ship all their stuff together, and it came in this little box, packaged very nicely, packaged very cute. It's giving the purple Tarte color. And now here we go. Now again, TikTok Shop was giving free things when I purchased from Tarte. So I was like, well, why not? Especially when they're purchased so many times, you know that's a good sign. So here we have the Face Tape Foundation. Now I used to use Tarte products more, I'm talking years ago, and I'm not sure why I stopped, but I'm excited to try them again just because it's been a while. Maybe they've changed their formula, maybe they've really stepped up their makeup game. Here it is, and here is my free brush. So I went with the color 36S, which is a medium sand. I'm more of a medium color, so I tend to gear towards that when it's described as medium. Now this brush, that's a good brush, and it's very aesthetic. Let's go in, and I love that it's a pump. Okay, now I'm going to use the brush just because it came with it, so let's just try out their technique. I love that the foundation didn't just drip down my face. This glides on beautifully. Stunning, the color is perfect. That was an easy match. Whenever I buy makeup online, I'm always super nervous. Even in the store, I have needed to buy more than one just because I'm like, wait, what if 2 of them don't work? All right, ladies, you know how I love the smell test, and this foundation smells so good. That is really pretty. It's very silky. It smoothed out so well. Loving that. I was a little bit surprised that there was only 7,600 reviews, considering this has been sold 87,000 times, but I might be one of those reviews because this is pretty good. Now moving on to concealer, I also went with Tarte, and I went with the Shape Tape line that they also have. So it looks pretty similar. Loved it because it's a full coverage, natural matte finish, but also, again, the reason why I bought it is because this concealer has been purchased 154.7 thousand times, and this cost me $32, and according to TikTok, Tarte is a top brand, so why not? Oh wait, this is not it. This is mascara. Here it is. I was like, why is my concealer black? But anyways, America's #1 concealer. That's marketing right there. And I went with the color 35H, which is a medium honey. I'm kind of thinking it might be a little bit darker than what I like, but let's try her out. You know, I like a bright concealer just because I am pretty self-conscious about my under eyes. We'll just put a little bit extra and go from there. But let's see how well this blends with the free concealer brush that came with it. Sticking with this same aesthetic look as the foundation brush, I'm gonna just take it up into my eye just a little bit more. Even though it's not as bright as I usually prefer it, I do absolutely love the coverage that it did for my under eyes. I think that just blended really, really well. And who knows, maybe it's the brush. Now I normally use a beauty blender, so it might go in, and I always do my upper lip. So it really didn't brighten my eye as much as I would like, but again, the coverage is so good, so smooth. I love that. That is actually good. For some face shaping, I also went with a Tarte product because TikTok Shop showed that this product has been purchased 114,000 times, and it is the Tarte Sculpt Tape and Blush Tape Duo, which is the blush and the bronzer together. And it also came in my Tarte box, but it came in its own separate little bag. Here you have them. And I went with the color pink for the blush, and I went with a soft bronze for the bronzer. Now, the blush names were not like the usual like honey or bliss or happy. It was like pink or mauve or purple, like very straightforward. So let's see how well this blends over the rest of the Tarte products that I'm wearing. Okay, this feels fancy. Very pretty. Let's compare the blush and the bronzer. Oh yeah. They're both giving that very glammy look, very gold, shimmery. So this is a little bit more brown, so I'm hoping that it's not this dark. Look at that applicator. Looks like a microphone. I'm assuming I just apply it with that. I did not watch any videos on these. I literally just went for the products most purchased. So first, you have to twist this open to create the opening of the valve. No. I don't know why I jumped like that. Now it's squeezing onto that little brush. Very cool invention. It's a little bit dark. Ooh, that is very pigmented. You can see it feels nice going on the face because it's this soft, fluffy microphone blush. Came out way different on this side. I'm wondering if I can just like scoop some of that out. Now let's try to blend this. I'm going to be using my normal brushes on this one just because I have no idea what to expect with how dark this feels. Okay, not as pigmented as I thought. I don't love it, but I don't not like it. Let's do like one more dot. Squeeze. I just went a little way too high actually. And so my cheekbone is here, and I like to go a little bit above my cheekbone, but I kind of went a lot above my cheekbone. And I might go more in the forehead, more see it out, and then see it down. Okay, so that blends really good. And again, same thing. I'm gonna go a little bit in my forehead. When I say see it out, I kind of go see. Okay. We can work with that. Now I'm gonna go back in with the concealer and do a very thin line. And kind of let's just define that cheek just a little bit more. This is another technique I saw on TikTok and I've been loving it. Just because I feel like it defines you just a little bit more. Okay, now we're gonna go in with some blush. The pink color. So same thing, it's that pretty little fuzzy microphone or a bunny tail. whatever you want to call it, but it's really cute. Oh, gotta twist and open, and then we're gonna squeeze it out until you start to see some color. And we'll do 1, 2. I've been loving this dot technique, and I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong please, that Selena Gomez started the dot technique, and I feel like it has taken over the world. Now I'm gonna go with my handy dandy blush brush. That is like shimmery, very pretty. Pigmented, but not as much as I thought it was gonna be. Okay, but it also has a very shimmery look to it, so that determines how high I'm gonna go. But that is really pretty. I love the dewy look, and it's so shimmery that it's giving the dewy look, and that is just my favorite. So pretty. Good job, Tarte. So next I'm gonna go in with my setting powder already, just to kind of set everything, and that way if I want to touch up, I can. And so based on what TikTok Shop told me was sold the most, called the Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass Set and Bake Powder with the rice powder and vitamin E. This powder offers a lot of colors, but I did go with the translucent powder. I feel like I just want less color, but I definitely want to set my foundation and all the creams that I have on my face. And I love it because it has the vitamin E, but also it's lightweight, and it has been sold 505,000 times, which means that you know that this one was gonna make the list. So here's the Kimchi. So here we have the translucent setting powder. The Puff Puff Pass comes with this pretty little puff puff. And oh my gosh, the detail, like the dots are hearts. So pretty, so unique. Shake it up a little bit. I'm going with this kind of big powder pad. It's kind of pink, not as translucent as my favorite translucent powder out there, but it'll do. When I decided to do a full face of TikTok Shop makeup, I was determined to buy the most popular products, and this is it. So I had to trust the process. Okay. Trust the process, trust the process. It's almost too big for my face. Like, it covers half my face. I'm trying to put it just under my eye, and it's kind of hard because it's just so big. Well, I got it in my eyelash, and my eyelash is white. So I'm not loving that. Let me check the reviews. It's actually a 4.6 stars with 45,000 reviews, and I'm not loving it. I feel like it's just kind of messy and just, it's everywhere. And this pad is so big. It's literally huge. Covers like almost my entire cheek. But we shall keep going. Okay, well, I accidentally got it more on my cheek on this side versus this side. And look how much more matte versus shiny this side is. And I like the shiny way more. So I'm a little bit bummed there. But we can always go over a little bit with a little bit more blush and just bring back that shine. So next, let's move on to my eyes. Now, I went with, again, the most popular, most bought eyeliner, and that is the 14 color glitter eyeliner pen. So, which means I got 14 different colors in this package, and I'm determined to pick a fun color. So this item was sold 52,000 times, but for 14 eyeliners, I only paid $9. So let's just see how good these eyeliners are, considering they have 5,400 reviews. 14 colors, you cannot complain for $9. Unfortunately, none of the boxes are labeled, so I have to open every single one to see what the colors are. Now, according to their description, they all are glitter eyeliners, so these are definitely not my everyday eyeliner, but I thought something fun might be fun for just a new makeup day, or adding a little tiny glitter to like the corner of your eye, or just something fun. But let's see what color I pull out first. Okay, so two came out of that box right away. We have like a magenta color, and then we have this green color. So here's the green color, which not necessarily my favorite, and it's not as glittery as I was imagining. Then we have this purple color, which could be kind of fun, but let's move on because I'm curious to see what the colors look like on my skin. So next we have this pretty green, which this green is beautiful. It's very dark. Then we have this blue color, which this blue, I love blue eyeliner. I think it's so fun. Let's move on. There are also lip liners. So for $9, you get 14 lip and eyeliner combined. I don't know if putting eyeliner on my lips and then going from my lips back to my eyes is necessarily the best thing I want to do. But here you have this white color. This one's not my favorite, but again, trying something new. And 52,000 people bought this, which means it's kind of popular. Then you have this pink color. Okay, this turquoise is really fun. Then you have this teal and brown. I don't think, actually, I know I won't be putting teal lip liner on my lips. Another bluish color. Someone really wanted to go with the blue color. And then another, ooh, this is like a pretty color 18. All right, color 18. We have runner up. It's like giving maroon. Then you also have that even brighter teal color. Another blue. And this one is like giving alien silver down below. And last but not least, the last two are a black, which I'm also not gonna be wearing black eyeliner, and another really nice brown. There you have it. There are my 14 eyeliners slash lip liners that I got for $9 from TikTok Shop. But today, based on my hand, I think I'm gonna go with that blue color. It's very pretty. I'll just do bottom eyeliner. We don't need my eyes being too crazy. That is very pretty. Super easy to go on, not glittery like the description says. That is really pretty. Very impressed, TikTok. So I bought the Tarte mascara along with the setting spray. For both of these, I only paid $25 for this giant setting spray. It is almost 4 ounces, and then black mascara. Just plain black mascara. But this duo cost me $25, like I said, and it's been bought almost 22,000 times. So let's go in with this black mascara and see how good it finishes my eyes. Okay, so according to the box, this mascara should last you 24 hours without smudging. And it's not waterproof, but it is sweat proof. So this seems like a good, a good mascara for the gym. Okay, so just to compare each side, I feel like the Tarte mascara really lengthened my lashes. It's not as black as I would normally like, but that's okay. I think it did a really good job. Easy to apply, not clumpy at all. I'd love to see if it actually lasts 24 hours without smudging. Okay, so now that my eyes are done, let's move on to my favorite part of makeup, and that is the lip combo. Now, again, this product has been bought 1.7 million times, and it is this peel off lip liner. Now it says apply, let it sit, peel off, and reveal. And I went with the color rose pink, and here you have it. This lip liner is a peel off. One, I've never done a peel off lip liner, so I'm super excited about this, but the fact that 1.7 million people have purchased this, and they have multiple colors, they have what are hot colors right now, which is what I went with, so I'm super excited. This is definitely the product I was most excited about today, but let's try it out. It's a little bit darker than I'm liking, but I'm hoping after it peels off, it will calm down just a little bit. Okay, so there you have it. Let's let that sit for a second. I just want to talk about this for a second. Now, being that this is my first time using a peel-off lip liner, it's not really my thing. I feel like it's hard to correct if you make a tiny little bit mistake. So we'll see how easy it is to blend once I peel it off. Let dry for 10 to 15 minutes. So we sit and we wait. So it's been about 10 minutes, but my lips are already kind of like peeling. So I'm just gonna pull this off and we'll see what it did to me.
Oh.
I'm almost thinking I did not put enough on top. The bottom is good, but I definitely did not put enough on top. But it definitely gave me a nice little mauve color lip liner stain on the bottom. And no transfer, so that's a good thing. But let's go in with some lip gloss and kind of just blend my lips out a little bit more. Add some more color. I went with the NYX Butter Gloss. Now this item has been sold 11.8 thousand times and only cost me $6. Now, you know your girl loves a good lip gloss, a good lip balm, so let's test this stickiness and see how pretty this color is. Now again, this is one of TikTok Shop's top brands. And so I always have high hopes for when they say top brands. Not sticky at all. Glides on, it's a pretty color. So now, last but not least, we almost forgot our setting spray that I got from Tarte with the duo with the mascara. Now this is a big bottle, so I'm super excited about this. It's very pretty. It's giving that glam look that the rest of the products did. And I just wanna feel how good this is gonna work. So because it was sold in the duo with the mascara, this has also been sold about 21.6 thousand times, which is pretty good for a product. There we go. I feel like it just needed a little bit more. Well, ladies, there you have it. There is a full face of TikTok Shop makeup. Let me know if you've used any of these products or if there's another product out there you think is just better than what I chose. Drop it in the comments and we will see you in the next video.